Doctor Who has announced a brand new celebrity appearance in an episode of the upcoming season. The episode, which should be titled the Interstellar Song Contest, is going to be the biggest and most expensive episode of the entire season, and is actually probably going to be the most expensive episode of the entirety of the Ncuti Gatwa run. So it's quite interesting that they have decided to go full force in this episode and bring out the big guns, and that is bringing out a big celebrity appearance. Now, Doctor Who has had its fair share of celebrity guest appearances in various different episodes, which, yeah, very, very cool that Doctor Who can bring in celebrities, but this one is definitely a little bit different and a whole other level. Now, do I think it's going to bring like a shitload of people to the series and like effectively turn the series around and save it? I don't think any guest appearance could do that. I think, you know, in my opinion, like, good writing can turn the series around. And I'm particularly looking forward to episode 3, which comes out tomorrow, The Well. So that one's going to be an interesting one. It's probably one of the most interesting ones of the season. So even though the series has had a bit of a rocky start with the Robot Revolution, and it's gone a little bit more up with Lux, yeah, I think we definitely have some big contenders for episodes that could genuinely have some potential, and one of them is the Interstellar Song Contest. I mean, the main things that really scream out to me that sort of makes me think that this could be one of them episodes that could maybe install some more faith in me that, you know, Doctor Who is going to continue in the same, if not bigger fashion than it is right now, is that this episode is the most expensive one. So obviously the production should be 11 out of 10. We should have like a very, very big scale, really huge episode, and we also have a celebrity guest star in this episode as well. So some very interesting things, but we're going to go ahead and have a little look into this right now. But before we do that, if you like Doctor Who or you like Doctor Who content, I produce plenty of that on this YouTube channel. So yeah, if you're a fan of Doctor Who or you just want Doctor Who updates or like that sort of stuff, then go ahead and smash the subscribe button on this YouTube channel and smash a like on this video, because we do brand new Doctor Who content every single week, and currently we're doing like multiple videos every single week as well. So we got a ton of stuff to look forward to, including some big reviews of some different things. Like we got some reviews of things like Doctor Who merchandise and stuff, which, I mean, you see them around online, you see other creators purchasing that kind of stuff, and really, I suppose, reviewing it, but essentially what I want to do is do some very in-depth reviews on them sort of things, and just give my fully honest review on them items. But one thing that you definitely won't see as much of on online is Doctor Who prop replica reviews, and I have one currently on the way, which is the 14th Doctor's Sonic Screwdriver prop replica. This cost a lot of money, I'm putting it bluntly. Yeah, it does cost a lot of money, but I'm going to give the best and just most detailed review on that, that you will definitely see on YouTube, if not on the entire internet. So yeah, subscribe and like the video if you want more of that sort of stuff, or just simply more Doctor Who content in general, and I will definitely be putting that out there. So, we have two screenshots to look over in this video. The first one being sort of a little bit of an announcement to it, and then the second part being a little bit more details for this whole thing. So, as you can see, as announced by the Doctor Who official page, it says it wouldn't be an Interstellar Song Contest without Graham Norton. And this is actually quite interesting because Graham Norton is actually quite a well-known celebrity. Obviously, he hosts his own show, I believe, the Graham Norton Show, and is pretty well-known. I don't exactly watch his stuff, but I have definitely heard of him and have definitely seen a lot of like interviews and stuff from his shows. So yeah, that's definitely interesting that they're getting like a very, very mainstream, well-known celebrity as a part of this. I think that's pretty cool. The comedian and broadcaster and king of Eurovision goes intergalactic for Doctor Who Season 2. And then you've got just a picture of Graham Norton in the TARDIS, which, yeah, very, very cool. So, a very, very interesting, sort of quite last minute. This is definitely very, very late on in announcements. Like, they've announced a lot more stuff, and the trailers have came out at this point as well. So, this was quite a last minute announcement, but quite a big announcement at the same time. So, let's have a little look right here. So, this is some words from Russell T Davies, showrunner of the new era of Doctor Who. So let's have a little look at this. So it says, Russell T Davies, showrunner, said, "There is no song contest without the great man himself, and it was an honour to welcome Graham Norton to our studios in Cardiff. And it's not just a cameo, he has a whole plot twist all to himself." So, I actually really, really like that they're doing this, and I mean, a lot of shows get to the point where they'll hire a really, really famous, well-known actor, and then give them, say, a small cameo, and mainly that's to do with budgetary issues and a lot of things like that. But Doctor Who is essentially saying that they're giving him a decent role in this episode. So yeah, I'm very interested to see what this role could be, and there's a lot of questions, like, is Graham Norton playing a presenter? Is he like gonna be playing some other kind of thing in this episode? Like, that's the thing with Doctor Who, you never really know, and that's quite the interesting part. But yeah, he has a whole plot twist for himself, and the wildest episode of all. So yeah, apparently this episode is being very, very much bigged up to be the wildest episode of all. It is a bit of a shame that, you know, they're bigging up this episode so much, and it might not even get the broadcast on TV on Saturday night, which is a little bit interesting. I thought that Russell may have moved it, maybe, like, potentially to sort of get around it, because I don't think it needs to be presented before Eurovision. Like, I can't see that being a requirement, as long as it's around the time, because I'm pretty sure that's why they're releasing it basically on the same night as Eurovision, so that they can sort of get around it. But I would have thought that maybe they would have been able to sort of get some scheduling, or at least maybe move the date a little bit, maybe even, you know, I feel like fans would be very understanding of that kind of thing, or moved the time slot slightly. So, but I suppose it is what it is, but there is a chance that if things do play over a little bit, that the episode won't actually air, which could be quite detrimental, because, I mean, the viewing figures on the actual airing of the show does make up a good portion of the overall viewing figures. So it would be a shame to have the biggest, sort of most hyped up episode, according to Russell T Davies, be sort of, I suppose, pushed off air. So then he says, and we're lucky to have Graham adding to the mayhem. So, yeah, very, very interesting and very, very cool. So, we've got the Interstellar Song Contest, which features an appearance from Graham Norton. It's the 6th episode of the upcoming season and is set to air on Saturday, the 17th of May. So, yeah, it's set to air, but there has been, again, some more things that have came out basically saying there could be a small chance that this could not air. But hopefully, fingers crossed, it gives it a fair chance. And, you know, it deserves a fair chance against all the other episodes as well. So, fingers crossed that this does air as expected. So yeah, that is basically the end of this little part of the video. I have a little extra segment that I am going to talk about as well, in sort of relation to Doctor Who and the Doctor Who content on this channel. I did notice that there was a couple of, like, practically, like, essays on the channel, and when there's just, like, when somebody takes the time to write a huge essay on the channel, I just can't be bothered to read. Like I turn on the camera, I record, I open up my laptop, I click a few keys, edit a couple of videos, get them up, click a few more keys, make some more money, and that's kind of my day. So like, I genuinely, I like don't have time. I try to read as many as I can, but obviously, I'm going to try and read more people's stuff. So, like, for real, I've been a YouTuber for almost 10 years at this point. And I've not once left, like, even one hate comment. Like, hate comments are things that I just don't really get behind. Like, if you have a differing opinion from the opinion that I am putting on my video, or just putting out there in my content, then just like, cool, we have a different opinion. You think something's really, really cool. Maybe I don't think it's that cool. Maybe I think something's really, really cool and you don't really like it that much. Okay, cool, get on with your day. There's no changing my opinion by writing, you know, 150-page novel in my comments section. I'm sorry. I'm just envisioning somebody, like, maybe they go to, like, maybe they they go into work, they flip the burgers, stock the shelves, whatever they do for like a solid 8 hours. They go home, they put their little microwave meal or whatever into the microwave, shut the door, have a little look on YouTube. Let's have a little look. It's a nice little hour video. I can eat my food whilst I'm watching it. That's pretty cool, right? I mean, that's really, really cool. And most people would just literally, like, you know, hour-long video makes sense. Go eat your meal in front of and use the entertainment. It's pretty cool. But then it gets to a separate point when me, like, literally speaking like sound waves, like, pisses people off, deeply offends people to the point that they they can't, again, a bit like Shooty Gatwa in the Disney Plus era of Doctor Who, where they can't control their emotions and they have to, and they feel the need to think, okay, my opinion is very important, so I'm going to go and type out. I'm going to take half an hour or however long you take typing out. This'll this'll get him. They hit send, and I never read it. Like, to think that this is what you do in your spare time. And it's equally as embarrassing if you go to, like, school or college or university or something like that. Like, at this point, you've literally just wasted, like, an hour and a half of your life to type a bunch of words that nobody will ever see or give a shit about. And that's the whole thing that I don't really get about, like, hate comments and, like, expressing your difference in opinion and stuff like that. Because for most people, like, typing and stuff, you know, it's not going to improve your life in any way. Like, take the hour and a half that you took to type up this, you know, 150-page novel in my comments section. Actually focus it on something else. And I know 100% people are going to be like, oh, but that's what you're doing with this video, right? Well, yeah, the funny part about that is that this is actually part of my job. I literally get paid to offer my opinion, sit down, turn on a camera, edit this video, and upload it. But funny enough, with how YouTube works, you don't get paid anything to put comments on somebody else's video. Like, everybody is butting heads at the moment. Personally, I love the show, and, you know, I've been watching since literally I can remember. And personally, I just want the show to do better. And funny enough, when you want something to do better, you can find the time to put some constructive criticism out. And maybe Doctor Who will see all of this criticism online, and maybe they'll actually input some change into episodes that will bring a lot more of the viewer base back to a point where the show can become as successful, if not even more successful than it used to be. Or they could just ignore it all and carry on down the same road. Only time will tell. As always, if you enjoyed this video, please smash a like on it, and also hit that subscribe button if you're new around here and want more Doctor Who content on this channel, because I will be producing more Doctor Who content if you guys want it. So yeah, hit that subscribe button and smash a like. And also, you know what? As we were talking about comments, drop a comment down below. Let me know what you guys think about Graham Norton coming onto Doctor Who and becoming a part of what could potentially be the biggest episode of this new season of Doctor Who. Do you love it? Do you hate it? Tell me your thoughts in the comments down below. But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. Please comment, like and subscribe, and I'll see you all in the next video. Peace.